guys, Ron Devine here. Hope you're doing fabulous as always. So today I wanted to sit down and talk with you guys about self-talk and how that impacts our lives and what we can do to make sure that we live the best life possible right after this. All right, guys. So yeah, today, like I was saying, I wanted to sit down and talk with you guys about your self-talk. And whether you realize it or not, studies have shown that we speak to ourselves over 50,000 times per day. And the majority of our self-talk is not even something we understand or we're even realizing we're doing. It's just part of everything that's part of our life. It's part of our mechanism to try to cope with a situation or ask yourself a question. But the majority of the time, you don't even realize that you're talking to yourself. And the bad part about that is most people's self-talk is not necessarily the best self-talk, because a lot of the time it's like, why did you do that? Why does this always happen to me? Why is this happening? You know, it's those type of things where you actually are talking to yourself, but you're not edifying yourself. You're not building yourself up. You're not going through the motions of becoming the best version of yourself that you can be, because you don't even realize it. So it's very, very hard to really get out of that routine and to position yourself to where you're able to realize what's happening in your life. Now, if you want to become a more successful version of yourself, what you have to do is you have to learn to control your self-talk. And how do you do that? What do you do to get past those negative thoughts that are coming into your brain? You know, what you have to do is, we've gone through this a little bit in other videos, is you have to stop saying, one day I'm going to make this happen, or one day this is going to be part of my life, or one day I'm going to find that perfect mate, or one day I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. And you need to start changing those type of conversations. But what do you do on the day where you're driving down the road, someone cuts you off, and you get pissed off, you're like, what a jerk! And all of a sudden, man, why did he cut me off? That was stupid. And what you have to do is you have to stop, you have to understand what's happening in your brain, and you have to retrain your brain to start saying things that are more edifying, things that are more powerful for your life, so that you can become that man, that woman, that child of God that you're supposed to be. You know, we're living this life, and we're missing out on so many of the different blessings because we talk ourselves out of these blessings, and a lot of times we do it without even realizing it. You know, so what you need to do is, when that happens, you immediately have to stop yourself. You have to say, wait a second, that wasn't edifying, that wasn't building me up, that wasn't positioning me to become even better than I am right now. So then you stop and you say, you know, something along the lines of, I am very glad that I'm okay. I am willing to not get mad at this situation. I am willing to position myself to be the bigger person. And when you do that, you start to reprogram your brain. Now, is it going to happen overnight? Of course not. We all know this, right? But if you start doing it little by little, day by day, every time you recognize it, you're going to start to see how your attitude starts to shift. You're going to see how you, as an individual, become a better person. You're going to see that your attitude will change, and you're not as angry at situations, or you're not as withdrawn in certain situations. You know, one thing you can always do is, let's just say that, you know, you're always struggling for your bills every month. You say, I am wealthy. I am walking in prosperity. I walk in this daily. And, you know, as you're building your mind, as your self-talk is being changed, as you are becoming a better person, you're going to start to see situations are going to change. You're going to start to see that you have more opportunities in front of you. But, you know, you have to make that change to that self-talk. Because that self-talk is bringing you down. That self-talk is hurting you in every area of your life. And you need to really retrain your brain, just like my new course teaches people how to retrain their brain, how to break those habits, how to go about your life and become the best version of yourself. You know, you have to position yourself every single day, guys, to grow just a little bit. If you're growing just a tiny little bit, that tiny little bit could mean the difference between winning and losing. You know, if you look at like most horse races or car races, they are won by milliseconds. So imagine just what one tiny little thing you do every day to transform your life can do for you. Just by making those I am affirmations and walking through your day and realizing how much self-talk you're having to yourself, and reprogramming that self-talk so where it's actually bringing you blessings, it's actually bringing you health, it's actually bringing you wealth. You know, when you learn to self-talk properly, now all of a sudden the world is open up to you. Now you can become the best version of yourself because things will always start to move for you. Things will always be there. But guys, the most important thing is you have to be willing to understand that this is happening in your life. You have to understand that you have these issues and that you are willing to make a change. You know, most people say they want to make a change, but what do they do to actually make a change? That's the question. And most people don't do anything. You know, it's just like with my course. I've offered it to a few people to beta test it for me. And out of the people that I've given it to you, do you know how many people have actually gone through that? 1 out of 4 or 5. One person has gone through it because they have nothing vested. So now you got to ask yourself, what is my vested interest in becoming a better version of myself? What is it in my life that I can change to impact lives? What is it in my life that I can change that will make me a better father, a better husband, a better entrepreneur, a better co-worker? Whatever it is, I guarantee you that some part of your life needs to change. And if you will realize that self-talk that is in there and that's hindering you, it's positioning you to get down on yourself. You know, it's positioning you to not be as successful in life because it constantly plays with you. But when you realize it and you stop and you think about it every single time you hear it, you change those words around. You stop blaming yourself because you can't blame yourself, guys. These are thoughts don't come from you most of the time. Maybe like 5% of the time they come from you, but the rest of the time they're there. They're going to pop into your head. And it's just like a computer. Garbage in, garbage out, right? So what you have to do is continue to feed new, improved stuff into your brain, your computer. And when you feed enough of it in there, next thing you know, the things that are coming out are positive. They're life-changing. They're making an impact on this world. And that's what you should be striving for every day. Not just to get by, not just to do the day and get over the day, wake up the next day and do it all again. What meaningful impact did I have on somebody's life today? And when you start to change your thinking, now you're in a position to where you actually stop and look for people to bless. You stop and look for the blessing around you. You don't look at the circumstances that are happening around you as an issue or as a problem or something that is happening to you, because it's your attitude that determines what happens with that situation. You know, all these situations that happen to us in this world, you know, you can't control majority of them, but what you can control is your attitude. And when you learn to control your attitude, now you can control the situation. Because the situation doesn't define you. You define the situation. Whether it be bad or good, it's still your choice on how you're going to act around that situation or towards that situation. Are you going to get down, or are you going to self-talk yourself right and position yourself to where now that is not an issue anymore? That is just a stepping stone. That is something that's helping me to grow as an individual, helping me become the best version of myself I can be. When you get in that place, guys, man, you're going to see so many doors open up for you. You're going to see your life change right before your very eyes. And all you have to do is understand it's right there for you right now. And man, it's going to be awesome for you. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you share and like it. Make sure you hit the little bell on the subscribe button down there. This way here you get notifications when I'm actually putting these videos out. I'm not going to be doing them every single day anymore, but I'm going to try to do at least 3 a week. But make sure you hit that bell so that you get notified when they actually come up. Also, if you want me to speak at your next event, send me an email to ron@rondevine.com. And like I said, I am looking for a few beta testers right now that are actually going to take the course. They're going to go through the course. They're going to do what I asked them to do, and they're going to post on social media no matter whether they liked it or they didn't like it. I just want honest feedback because that's who I am. All right? So anyways, guys, I'm here to give you the spirit of increase so that we can make a big impact on this world, guys. It's not about us. It's only about this world, right? Because when we make an impact on the world makes an impact on us. That's why my slogan is changing the world one person at a time. All right, guys. Thank you very much for letting me speak into your lives. And as always, create yourselves a fabulous day.